Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Taylor here with Off Duty, and today I'm going to be taking you through a 30-minute full body Pilates workout. All you're going to need for today is a set of hand weights. I'm going to be using 2 pounds. You can absolutely do this without. You could also add ankle weights if you want a little bit more spice, but other than that, you just need a space to move in, and when you're ready, we'll get going. All right, we'll just get started in a comfortable resting position here. I'm going to make my way down to my back. Feel free to join me. But whenever you've landed, let's just start to get settled in, starting to soften the gaze or close the eyes. And just allow every inch of the body to start to relax. Taking some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you take those inhales, you expand through the ribs, 360. And as you take those exhales, you slowly start to melt into the mat beneath you. Take a moment to just scan the body, noticing how everything's feeling today. Noticing if you're holding on to any tension. Allowing yourself to just fully relax and to come into the moment. And giving yourself the next 30 minutes just for you, just to take care of yourself. Now let's go ahead and take one big breath in together here, filling the lungs from the bottom to the top. Holding that breath, and then letting it go with a big sigh out the mouth. We'll wake the body up nice and gently here. Let's go ahead and just wiggle the fingers and the toes. And then let's go ahead and reach the arms up above the head and extend the legs out in front of you, taking a nice big morning stretch. And then let's go ahead and just cross the left ankle over the right and then take the hands over to the right side of the mat. Nice stretch through the left side of the body. Taking a few breaths here, finding expansion through the left ribs. And then go ahead and bring that to center, uncross those legs and take it to the other side. So right leg crosses over left, we reach over to the left side of the mat, grabbing onto the right wrist with the left hand, giving it a gentle pull. Sending those breaths in to the right lung. Still taking full deep breaths. And then go ahead and let that go. Come into center here. Let's pull the knees in towards the chest, just grabbing onto the shins, relaxing, getting nice and heavy through the low back. You could rock side to side a few times. You could pull the knees out towards the armpits, or you could grab onto the bottoms of the feet and send them up to the ceiling for happy baby. Just taking a moment here to go where you need to go. Maybe you shake this out, or maybe you just land in stillness. Now let's bring those knees back into the chest. This time we're going to wrap the arms around the legs, peel the head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat, bringing the nose to the knees, taking one last big inhale here, squeeze those legs in tight towards you, and then exhale. Let's let that go. We're slowly going to rock our way up to seated here, just to grab onto those weights if you're using them. And then we're gonna make our way back down to the ground. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna reach those arms up above the shoulders, and we're gonna pull those legs into tabletop. So knees stack over hips and feet are in line with knees. We pull the navel to the spine and we knit the low ribs together. We start to work into a crunch. We're gonna exhale, peel the head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat, lowering those arms down to the sides, just hover over the mat. Good. We slowly bring it down. Inhale. We go again. We exhale. We peel ourselves up, slowly lowering those arms, finding height through that chest. And then inhale, slowly rolling back down. Good. Continue on this way. Continue to be mindful that those knees aren't coming in towards the chest, that they're staying stacked over the hips. Good. Finding that squeeze through the center, keeping the gaze up to the ceiling. We're gonna start to add on in 3. Good, in 2. In 1, we're gonna take our crunch. We're gonna leave those arms hovering over the mat. Can you extend the legs, point the toes, bend them back into tabletop, and then lower back down. Good, we go again, we exhale, we lift, we lengthen, and then we bring it all back in. As you extend those legs, be mindful that that low back isn't arching off the floor, pulling that belly button to spine. If you find this challenging, maybe you don't reach your legs as low. Maybe you just point them straight up to the ceiling. Just like this, that's okay. The lower they go, the more challenge you're gonna find for that core. But wherever you've chosen to work, we're gonna be here for 3 more, and then we're gonna hold that crunch and work into our hundreds. In 2 more, you got it. Stay with me. Last one, we take that crunch and we hold it here. We start to flutter those arms up, up, up. Maybe you leave those legs in tabletop, or maybe you extend them out. We're here for 10, good, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, let it go. Drop that head down to the mat, pull the knees into the chest, and just take a moment to rock that out. So good. We're gonna go into a little bit more core here. So when you're ready, we're gonna kick those legs out nice and long. We're gonna have a little bend in those knees so the heels can dig into the mat and the toes can reach up to the ceiling. We're gonna take those hands and we're gonna reach them overhead, just hovering once again over the floor. We're slowly gonna start to sweep those arms up, and once they come above the shoulders, we start to peel our body 1 vertebrae at a time off that mat until we roll ourselves up, stacking the shoulders over the hips. Good, we go again, we inhale, we start to scoop through the belly, curl through the spine, and roll off those sit bones, connecting with that mat, 1 vertebrae at a time. Beautiful, we continue on this way for just a few more reps before we start to add. Nice and slow, be really patient with your roll-ups here. There are those sticky points that feel like you're not quite gonna make it, but you will. Be mindful that you're not swinging those arms, they're moving so intentionally, and that strength is built from the core, not from momentum. We're gonna start to add on a little bit more upper body in 2. Good. In 1, we're gonna add a bicep curl at the top. So we go on just as we've been doing, slowly peeling ourselves up from here. Keep those arms at shoulder height. Just pull those hands so they stack over the elbows. Extend the arms back out in front of you and then roll back down. Good, so making this a little bit more dynamic for that upper body, still challenging our core. Good, once you find that seated position, you reach that crown to the ceiling, lengthening through that spine. We're here for 3 more, and then we're gonna stay seated upright and just work through that upper body in 2. Good work, you got it. 1 more, we make our way down nice and slow, stay with me, and then we're gonna come upright and stay there, just working into some upper body. Good, so meet me at the top. Those arms are nice and long, hands are at the same height as those shoulders. Shoulders stacked over the hips, crown reaching to the ceiling. Can you take your bicep curl and then extend back out? Good, bicep curl and extend back out. You got it. Stay with me. Keep those arms high. Relax through those shoulders. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Land in that bicep curl and keep those elbows at shoulder height. We're gonna open through the chest and then bring those arms back in front of us. Good, we open and we close. Open and close. Good, keep that nice upright posture. We're here for 5. We find a shoulder press in 4. You got it. 3, 2, and 1. We leave those arms open wide. Palms are facing out in front of you. Can you exhale? Press those arms up to the ceiling and inhale, bring those arms back down. Good. Lift and lower. Lift and lower for 5. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. 4. Last 3. You got it. Last 2. And last one. Beautiful job. Let that go, shake that out. Feel free to pause if you need a little bit more of a break. Otherwise, join me in your 4-point kneel. You can set those weights aside if you're using them for now. We're gonna switch things up just a little bit. From here, we're gonna start with those hands stacked beneath the shoulders, fingertips spread nice and wide, each one pressing heavy into the mat. The knees are under the hips, and then we're going to extend the left leg out behind us. Good. From here, make sure those hips are nice and level. All we're doing is taking a nice slow push up. So we're gonna inhale, start to bend through the elbows, lower down. Good. We exhale, we press ourselves up. Keeping that left leg hovered, we inhale, take it down, and we exhale, bring it up. Nice and slow. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears, pulling them down the back. Good, you got it. We're gonna start to add on here. In 3. In 2. In 1. We're gonna take a push-up. And then we're gonna lengthen through those arms. From here, tuck the toes under on that right foot. You're gonna pop the right knee up off the mat as you pull the left knee into the chest. Good, take it back. We find our push-up, we lower, we lift, and then we pop that right knee off the mat, we pull the left knee to chest. So good, you got it. We're gonna work here for 5. Good, for 4. Last 3. We finish with a little burner in 2. Last 1. We take our final push-up. We pop that right knee off, we pull left knee to chest. You're gonna step that left foot outside the right and then lift the right hand up off the mat, turn into your side plank, hold for 5. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So good. Bring it back down and pop into your down dog. We'll pedal those legs out a few times, shifting through the hips, just taking what you need. Trying to find length through the backs of the legs, and then when you're ready, we'll walk hands to feet, and then slowly roll ourselves up 1 vertebrae at a time. Okay, we're gonna grab back onto those weights and we're gonna work into a little bit of standing work. So we're gonna grab onto both those weights and we're gonna take them in the right hand. You can use 1, you can use both, you can use 0, absolutely up to you. We're gonna get nice and heavy through that right foot, and then the left foot is just gonna come back slightly, so the toes are in line with the heels, and then the heel of that left foot is lifting up off the ground. From here, we're just gonna take a squat. So we're gonna inhale, we lower down, exhale, we lift it up. Good. Inhale down and exhale, lift. Sending that bum back, tipping that chest forward slightly. Just make sure to stay open through the chest. Good. Sending those knees over toe 2, 3 on both those feet. Especially grounding heavy through that right foot, big toe, pinky, edge, and heel. We're gonna start to add on our upper body in 3. In 2. In 1, we're gonna take a 1 squat and then we're gonna come up, find a single arm shoulder press. Good. Bring it down and take it up. Nice job. Being mindful that you're not kind of tipping over. Try and stay nice and upright as you take that shoulder press. Good work. We're here for 5. For 4. In 3, we're gonna stay low in that squat, find pulses in 2. And 1, finish off this last rep, take it down, pulse it out. Good, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, press it up, find that shoulder press. Good, just that shoulder press. If you want to challenge your balance, you lift that left foot up off the mat, drive the knee to chest. Stay with me for 5. Good, 4, last 3, last 2, and last 1. Good, let that go. Okay, if you took that knee drive, that left foot plants right back where it started with those toes in line with the heel, heel lifted. We're still holding those weights in that right hand if you're using them. We're gonna start to work into a kickstand deadlift. So we're gonna turn that palm in towards the right thigh, open through the chest, and we're slowly gonna start to press those hips back, bringing that weight straight down the leg. Good. We inhale, we take it down, reaching those hips back. We exhale, we bring it up, we squeeze the glutes. Good. Staying nice and long through the spine as you take it down. Slight bend through those knees, but just make sure that they're staying behind the toes. We don't want this to be a squat. We want to start to feel this in the glutes and the hamstrings of the back of the thigh. Good, we're gonna start to add on here in 5, in 4, in 3, we're gonna start to add a row with that right arm at the bottom in 2. And 1, you're gonna meet me at the bottom in that hinge. We're twisting the palm to face in, pull that elbow back, squeeze, lower back down, palm turns to the thigh, lift it up. Good, take it down, twist, squeeze, release, and lift. Good, so working back into that upper body a little bit here. You got it. Staying nice and heavy in that right foot, light in the left. We combo for 5. Good for 4. Last 3. 2. And in 1, you're gonna meet me at the bottom and you're just gonna find that row. We row, we release. Row, release, good. Send those hips back. Pull that chest open, 5. Good, 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Good job, let that go, stand up. Okay, we're gonna take those weights to the chest, just holding them in nice and close. And then we're gonna step that left foot back behind. So that right foot is still nice and planted. We're just going into that little curtsy squat. So from here, we're gonna inhale, bend the knees, lower down. Exhale, lift it up. Good, inhale, we lower. Exhale, we lift. Good, staying nice and planted in that right foot. And the left heel is still lifted. You got it. We're here for 5. For 4. In 3, we're simply gonna add a pulse at the bottom in 2. And 1, we're gonna take it down, add a little pulse, 1, 2, and lift. Take it down, pulse, 1, 2, and lift. Good job. Starting to build that heat, finishing off this side, and then we're gonna take it back down that pyramid on the other leg. You got it. We're here for 3. For 2. In 1, we take it down and we just pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, stand up, shake it out and let that go. Beautiful job. We are all done with that right side and we're gonna switch it to the left, starting with those curtsy lunges. We work our way back down like I said. So planting nice and heavy through that left foot, we cross that right foot back behind and we keep those weights at the chest. We're gonna inhale, lower down, exhale, lift it up, inhale, exhale, good. Chest stays open. That left knee over toe, 2, 3. Good, left foot planted. Right heel lifted. We start to add those pulses at the bottom in 3. In 2. In 1. Meet me at the bottom, we'll pulse 1, 2, and lift. Pulse 1, 2, and lift. Good job. We're here for 3. Good job, last 2. Last 1, you're gonna meet me at the bottom, just find those pulses. Good for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stand up and let that go. Shake those legs out. We're going to take those weights into the left hand. Ground nice and heavy through that left foot. And then pop the heel of that right foot up, stepping it just inside the left. Coming with that right hand on the hip, that palm of the left hand turns to face the thigh. We're going to inhale, start to lower down, slide the weights down the leg, reach the hips back, and then exhale, slowly squeeze it up. Good. Inhale, we take it down. Exhale, we take it up. Good, really long through that spine, open through that chest. Make sure that belly isn't dropping as you lower. You keep that spine nice and neutral. Good. We're gonna start to add on that row in 3. Good, in 2. In 1, we're gonna take it down. We're gonna add that row, twist the palm to turn in, pull that shoulder back, let it go, and lift. Good, we take it down, we row, we release, we lift. As you take that row, I want you to think about pulling those weights in towards the hip, keeping that trap nice and relaxed, shoulder away from the ear. Good, we're here for 5. Good job, last 4. In 3, we're gonna come to the bottom and we're just gonna find that row. In 2. And 1, we're gonna meet at the bottom and we're just gonna find those rows. Good. Stay with me. Reach those hips back, get that knee behind the toes. We're here for 5. Good, 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. So strong. All right, we're going back into that kickstand squat. So taking those weights to that left shoulder, that left foot is still planted and the right heel is still lifted. Nice and simple. We inhale, we take it down, we exhale, we take it up. Just starting with that squat for now. Good. Sending those knees over toe 2, 3, keeping that chest open, reaching those hips back. Just sending those knees forward a little bit more than we did with that deadlift, working a little bit more through the front of the thigh, still working the back too. We're gonna start to add on that shoulder press. In 3, in 2, in 1, we take it down, and then at the top, we take that shoulder press. Good, 1 squat, and 1 shoulder press. You got it. Pressing straight up, keeping those low ribs knit together, trying not to arch through the back or flare through the ribs. We have 5. We have 4. In 3, we're coming to the bottom to just find those pulses in that squat. In 2. Stay with me. Last 1, take it down, we pulse. Pulse for 8. 7, good, 6, 5, 4, 3, we find that shoulder press in 2, and 1, take it up, find that shoulder press, right foot down, or right knee drives up. We're here for 5, good, find your balance. 4, fight those wobbles. 3, last 2, and last 1. Good job. Okay, we're coming back down to that mat now, so you can set those weights out of the way. We're coming down onto our hands and knees, hands planting, fingers nice and wide, each one pressing heavy into your mat. Those shoulders stack over the wrists, and those knees are underneath the hips. We start by lifting that right leg. Make sure that those hips are nice and level. You're not twisting open to the right side. From here, we start to inhale. We take that little push up, bending those elbows into the side, and then we exhale, we press it back up. Good. Inhale down, and exhale up. Nice job. You got it. Keeping those shoulders down, away from the ears, making sure that glute is turned on, that navel is drawn into the lumbar, core is engaged. We're gonna start to add on that little knee drive. In 3, in 2, in 1. We're gonna take that push up, and then at the top, we tuck the left toes under, pop the left knee up as the right knee drives to chest. Good, bring that left knee down as the right leg sends it back, and then we take that push up again. Good, left knee pops off, right knee tucks in, and then we kick that right leg back, left knee comes to the mat. Finding that combo, taking this nice and slow, staying really patient, stay locked in. You're almost there. Can you stay with me for 3? You got it. For 2. In 1, we're taking our last push-up. We're driving that knee into the chest, and now cross that right foot outside the left, and then come up onto that right hand. Reach that left arm up to the ceiling. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Pop that left hand back down on your mat and take that down dog. Pedaling those feet out a few times, shifting left to right. We have one last little push here before we start to cool down. So when you're ready, we're gonna come onto our forearms in a high plank. The hands are gonna come together, interlocking the fingers, and then take those elbows out beneath the shoulders so you have a little bit of like a T. From here, we're popping onto those feet. Get the balls of the feet underneath the heels. Pull that navel to spine, find that nice long line. We're gonna start to inhale, press back, bringing the head between the arms, and then exhale, pull forward. Good, inhale, back, exhale, forward. Good, we're gonna start to add on in 3, in 2, in 1, we take it back, forward, tap left foot out, and in, take it back, forward, tap right foot out, and in. Good, back, forward, left, in, back, forward, right, and in. We're only here for 4. You got it. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Drop those knees, press back into that child's pose, and just take a moment to rest. So good, you made it. Starting to cool down. Bring the body back to baseline here. Take a few moments with me. Those knees are nice and wide. Those inhales are nice and deep, finding that expansion through the ribs, feeling the belly press into the thighs. And those exhales allow you to reach those hips back and those arms forward just a little bit more. Take one last inhale here, and then on your exhale, let's walk those hands to the left side of the mat, grounding heavier through that right hip. Reaching with those right fingertips. Still looking for those full breaths into the right lung. One last breath in here, and then exhale, walk those hands through center all the way to the right side of the mat this time, reaching a little bit further with the left hand, grounding a little bit heavier with the left hip. Inhaling, expanding through the left side body. Beautiful job. One last inhale here. And then on your exhale, let's pull through center. Let's walk ourselves upright and then make our way down to our backs. We're gonna bend the knees and plant the feet, and then just take a few windshield wipers left to right. And then let's go ahead and take that right ankle over the left knee and then pull the left leg in towards the chest, grabbing on behind the leg. Feeling the stretch through the right side of the hip. You can just hang out here, you could rock side to side, or you can gradually pull that left leg in a little bit tighter to you. One last inhale here, and then exhale. Let that left foot fall to the mat. Uncross those legs and take it to the other side. The left ankle crosses over the right leg. The right leg comes into the chest, clasp the hands behind it. Good. Again, rocking side to side or just hanging out. You could also pull the leg in towards the chest, stretching through the outside of the left hip. One last inhale here. And exhale, let that right foot fall to the mat, uncross those legs, and take all the time you need to get up, to stretch, and whatever it is that you like to do when you finish your workouts. But thank you so much for joining me. That was so fun. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I will see you so soon.